I reckon there's nothing better than having chickens in your backyard. Why wouldn't you have them? Eggs, of course, are an obvious benefit, but they provide so much more than that. Think about it. There's fertiliser, they provide free composting, they eat your weeds, and then on top of that, I reckon the biggest benefit is that they're awesome companions for children right through to our elders. But the big question is, with so many varieties, which is the best chicken to have in your backyard? What do you reckon? So to find a solution to the chicken selection conundrum, I've travelled to Victoria's Mornington Peninsula to pick the brains of chicken fancier and head chook, Fleur Baker. How long have chickens been a part of your life?
We've always kept chickens here, from when I was a kid. Nearly 50-odd years.
Now, they're well and truly back as a backyard pet. What do you think it is that's driving that renaissance?
I think it's a few things. It's around people wanting to know where their food comes from, so they like getting the fresh eggs. But it's also around appreciating that they make a really great pet. And they're just fun to have around.
To simplify the poultry puzzle, we bring you Fleur's surefire guide for choosing a choice chook.
You certainly need to think about your local climate, so whether you're in really hot areas or colder areas. Most chooks will cope well with cold climate areas because as long as they can get out of the wind and the rain, they'll snuggle up together at night and they'll be fine. You have to be more careful in hot climates. So some of the lighter bodied and lighter feathered breeds are good. That could be things like Leghorns or Rhode Island Reds. If you want to go for a really interesting one, you could even look at Transylvanian naked necks. They actually don't have feathers on their neck, and that means that they can cool their body temperature down. But as long as you've got shade and fresh cold water available to them, most chooks will cope okay, even in hot areas.
What if you're after lots of eggs?
There's a lot of excellent breeds for laying. Some of them would be Australorps, Leghorns, Rhode Island Reds, Marans, even big chooks like Plymouth Rocks or Sussex. There's hundreds of breeds out there.
What about laying?
My favourite chook for a backyard situation are the Bantam Langshans. Great little laying chooks of a good size egg.
Do some chooks lay coloured eggs?
Egg colour is determined by breed, so there's some really interesting ones out there. Aracanas will lay a greeny blue coloured egg. Leghorns lay a fairly white coloured egg. Quite a few breeds lay just a pale brown coloured egg, so that you can get a bit of a mix in your egg carton.
Who lays the most spectacular egg?
I think for one of the most impressive eggs, you could look at a French Maran. They lay a really dark-shelled chocolate-coloured egg. Unfortunately, it's not chocolate, but it looks pretty impressive.
How much space should you allow per chook?
They do need some space for free ranging, and you need room to keep the coop. But as long as they have a couple of square metres per chicken, generally they're happy. What you might like to think about are the Bantam breeds or the small breeds, which fit much better into our urban-sized backyards, especially as they're getting smaller and smaller.
So which chicken is best in a tight spot?
My favourite breed for small spaces is the Pekin Bantam. They're really cute, easy to look after, low maintenance, easy temperament, lovely little chooks.
What if you're just looking for a feathered friend?
There are lots of good breeds that you can have as a pet in the backyard. You could look at Wyandottes, Australorps, Pekins, plenty of breeds to choose from, but look for one that has a really nice, easygoing temperament.
But the award for the best pet goes to?
I think for a really good little backyard pet, you could look at a Frizzle. They're really cute, balls of fluff, easygoing temperament, easy to look after, and they look like feather dusters.
OK, Fleur, who makes the best all-round top chook?
I'd go with my Bantam Langshans. They're really good little laying chooks. They're hardy, they don't have many health problems, easy temperament, easy to look after, and they can cope with our backyard spaces.
Could you see yourself living in a world without chickens?
To be honest, no. I don't think I could. I've gone for small periods of time without chickens in my garden, and it feels empty. It's lacking a bit of life and colour without any chickens in there.